All right. Sorry, I had a little mishap there, and I had to stop the stream and start it all over again. Um, Make sure everything is running. Okay, good. Okay, so we can delete that one. And this is the live one, and I'm about to see myself. Of course, it's not going to let me go there. All right, it does that. Okay, whatever, but we're live. What's up, everybody? This is Big T Davis with Davis Daily, and we're doing Warzone episode 19. I had a few things I wanted to talk about. So it's been a lot of stuff going on. And I mean, just a lot. So I want to hold on a second. I'm still trying to learn all this. Give me a second. I guess there's one person watching right now. Ha ha. So first, I want to give a shout out. I don't know if you guys know, but we do have a membership now. I still don't know what I'm doing with the membership, but I might have some stuff. I'm really in a think tank right now. I wish you guys could really know what's going on with me. I'm really in the think tank, but we do have a membership, and it's $4.99 a month or something like that. And you get the cool little Pac-Man badges and stuff. So shout out, and you get shout outs. Shout out to Gregory Romeo, who's been a longtime fan, who subscribed a month ago. So he's the only one that's a subscriber right now, so he gets a shout out. But I'm thinking of other things to do with this membership thing. I'm thinking of doing some members only videos. So I'm in the plannings of that. But it's going to be hard for me to do any of that stuff right now because I'm getting inundated, absolutely inundated with CES requests right now. I have 51 meetings set for CES. 51 meetings. I'm going to be there all week. And it's a lot of work, but the cool thing about now that, say what you want about AI, when you go into Google and you say, please go into find any events, any CES events find any events for CES 2026 and add them to my calendar. AI goes through, finds the stuff, and then adds it to your calendar automatically. It has saved me so much time. I wish regular people could go to CES. Regular people can go to CES. Trees go to war. How you doing, by the way? All you have to do as a regular person is become a journalist or a photographer, a videographer, or a blogger, and start a YouTube page or a blog or write for an existing blog, and you can register and qualify for a ticket. You can qualify and register for a ticket for CES. We're all regular people. I'm not special. I just know how to play the game. You know? But I would love, you know what, one year I would love to take somebody to CES. I would love to hire one of my fans as like a butt boy for CES week, have them carry my bags and shit and be a cameraman or whatever, and just let them enjoy the experience. That would be cool. Maybe that'll be a members only thing. If you're a member, you get a chance to win a trip to CES. Who knows? I don't know, but it's been taking up a lot of my time. Because I'm getting invites from Chinese companies, which usually come at around 2-3 a.m. in the morning, because that's when they're awake and I'm asleep. I'm getting stuff from all the Western companies, all the European companies, all the American companies. It's just freaking nonstop. Case in point, I have two, right? Just now, I got 2 CES emails. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got in here. So this one is ultra wideband technology and industry positioning solutions. We're thrilled to extend a cordial invitation to visit our booth at CES 2026. You'll cover the future of connected tech, UWB's ability to deliver centimeter level precision, real-time tracking, and secure spatial awareness. All right, so here's the thing. You know, I don't know if I'm interested in this or not. I'll have to check that out. Here's another one that I've already been talking with these people. I've attached the contract. Oh, can't read it careful. Okay, I can't tell you all about this one. So yeah, there's just crazy stuff coming in, and it's been crazy. Hold on a second. So yeah, so I'm knee deep in my phone right now. Okay, so hey, what's up, Freddie? So yeah, I've been busy with that, but shout out to Gregory Romeo. He's our only member, and you could be a member too and get shout outs on the show. I'm still trying to develop what I want to do for the members, but right now you get Pac-Man icons and member shout outs, and what else does it say? And it says, so you get badges, unique emojis that you can use, and the special features. So you get highlighted as a member. If you have 8+ members, you can show their profile pictures, all that other stuff. But I'm trying to think of other stuff I can do. So there's that. Couple of notes of sadness. So it's been a strange course of events. So 2 weeks ago when we were doing the War Zone, if you remember, if you were on the show, Daniel, longtime member or QL, came on the show like maybe 40 minutes after it started, and he had mentioned that his brother-in-law was in critical condition in the hospital after getting hit by a semi. Daniel contacted me later that night. He did not make it. So I wanted to give my condolences to Daniel and his family, because that's really sad. And on top of that, on Saturday, girl I grew up with, known her all my life, lived down the street. She was 55, went to, they call it middle school now. We called it elementary school and junior high and high school. And she passed away on Saturday, 55 years old. So, and I'm just like, and on top of that, Eric Mudd, as you know, fan favorite on the show, his best friend's sister, one of his good friend's sister, passed away. She was in a coma, and she passed away. So everybody's just like, it's like, and this is like the holiday time. And in 1 week, 3 people who I'm somewhat connected to, or 2 people I'm connected to, had deaths. We all had deaths this past week, and it's really sad. So I want to give condolences to Eric and Daniel and their family, and condolences to the Skeets. I went to their funeral on Saturday. It's no fun going to a funeral. It's no fun going to a funeral when somebody's only 55 years old, in great health. It's just sad. So what's up, Ralph Unreal? So I want to reiterate, as I've done many times on this show, while you are here on this planet, do something, because you never know when it's your turn. So if you have a bucket list, and I'm not even talking about be creative or be into civil rights or make change, that's great. But some of us just get up and work an 8 to 5 job and take vacations and play video games. What I'm saying is, if you have a bucket list, we all do. I want to fish for giant bass in Mexico. You know, we all have bucket lists. Some of us have kids that we want to watch grow up. Some of us have parents and aunts and elders that are still alive. While you're here on this planet, if you have a bucket list, make sure you start checking that shit off, because you never know when it's your turn. So do shit. Don't put stuff off. Find a way to do it. I was talking to somebody that I work with about CES, and he mentioned that he was always too poor to go. And I said, so was I. He's like, well, how did you do it? And I'm like, I just fucking did it. You know, I robbed Peter to pay Paul. The fact that I could drive to the CES helped a lot, that I could just drive there and didn't have to get plane tickets, and shoved a bunch of us in the same hotel room, in like some cheesy hotels. We were staying at Motel, what is it? Motel 8? What is it? What is that famous motel chain? I want to say Motel 6. We'd stay at a Motel 6 down the strip in Vegas. And we're talking like $30 a night or whatever, split between 3 or 4 of us, all crashed in the same room. Freddie knows. I don't know if Freddie was there one year when we had PAX. We had me, we had Ice, we had John Shaw, we had at one point Otaku Man spent a couple nights with us. But we were in a luxury 5-diamond hotel when we did that, and I covered the bill for that. But I'm just saying, while you're here on the planet, you got things to do. You got a bucket list. Start knocking things off that bucket list. I'm telling you right now, as you guys that watch my show have been watching it for years, as you get older, when you get into your 50s and you have one friend die or somebody you know that's died, and then it just keeps happening, it hits kind of hard, and it makes you think, damn, I need to do shit while I'm still here on this planet. I need to do it. I need to create those memories. You know, so that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say about that. So the Game Awards was on last week. Was it last week or the week after? Yeah, I think it was last week. And I tuned in. I was actually kind of happy that Claire Obscure got all those awards at the Game Awards. But I was still highly disappointed that Arc Raiders was only up for one award. They got shafted. It's definitely one of the best games out right now. I'm really pissed off about that. But then again, I'm not, because it's the Game Awards. I mean, that's what they're going to do. And they have the stupid music numbers. I just don't care. These are all my personal feelings. I'm drinking some hibiscus tea, if you want to know. It's good for your blood pressure and your blood sugar. So I was watching the Throwdown. They had a stream going. It was pretty funny. I was actually laughing. Rich had me cracking up. But I can't watch that show. I don't like award shows now. I used to love award shows. It was like, it broke up the winter. Oh, award show, you sit there, you watch it, and you know, whatever. But I don't watch enough TV as it is now. I don't want to waste time watching some stupid fucking Game Award show. They're the only ones that do it. But, you know, and apparently Claire Obscure won awards at the Indie Games Awards, but they took them away because they used AI assets in the game. I mean, those are the rules. So if they say if you submit a game it can't have AI assets, those are the rules. I think it's dumb because it's just video games and it's not like it's real people, but whatever. It was so long. I think Game Awards got over at like midnight or some shit. It's just like, come on, Jeff. Really? It's not that big a deal. It's not as prestigious as the Oscars, and you're trying to make it be. And you have all these fucking special guests come on and shit. And I'm just like, kudos to you for doing it, but I'm just like, come on. Really? Really? You know? And just like, if Jeff Keighley called me next year, Torrance, you there? we want to have you give out an award for us at the Game Awards show. You know, all that stuff's under the bridge between me and you. I want you to come out and I want you to present an award. I'll be like, sorry, Jeff, I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it. I just, thanks for the offer. Award shows aren't my thing, Jeff. I really appreciate it. I'm not doing it. And nothing, it's not even just the Game Awards. I don't like any award show. I don't like the Grammys. I don't like the Oscars. Fuck all them shows. Because it's just a bunch of people, all their peers that are voting on the awards. And what does it really mean? Like in Hollywood, if you get an Oscar, now you can make $20 million a movie. It's so fucking stupid. You can get an Oscar for a movie that only made $5 million, and then it's going to bump your pay rate up just because you have an Oscar. There is something wrong with this world. There just is. What else? So today, more sad news. I don't know if you guys heard. There's two more. There was two more deaths this week. Holy shit! So Vince Zampella, the creator of Titanfall 1 and 2, Apex, he was on the Battlefield team. He did Call of Duty games. Vince Zampella was killed today in a car accident. So, yes, I did watch the MTV Awards. I did. But that was just pure entertainment. Would I watch it today? No. So, Vince Zampella died today in a car accident. Apparently, it was a brand new Ferrari, 2026 Ferrari. And they went off the road, hit an embankment. Both the passenger and the driver were killed. Holy shit. Like, there is no hope for Titanfall 3 now. That is just unfucking real. And on top of that, I just want to get his name right. Lamar Wilson. Tell me you guys knew who Lamar Wilson was. He was a tech YouTuber. One of the few black tech YouTubers out there. He was there. I think he was there shortly after Marcus Brownlee. What the fuck is going on? So I'm going through the top stories. So tech influencer Lamar Wilson dies at 48. He committed suicide. The dude had millions of followers. If you look up his name, if you look up Lamar Wilson, Lamar with 2 R's, and you see his face, you'll recognize him. Like maybe 10 years ago, he was huge on YouTube. And I hadn't been to his channel since then, but I'd watched a few of his videos and thought he was really funny, thought he was cool. But when I found out he was dead, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Right? I'm like, are you serious? So Vince Zampella, this guy. And then as I'm scrolling through top stories, YouTuber Jan Zimmerman dies unexpectedly from epileptic seizure at 27 years old. Unreal. What else? And that's just really sad. For somebody to go that young, you know. I think about my mortality all the time. It's why I've been really working hard on improving my health. You know, trying to lose weight, stay healthy. I'm drinking my hibiscus tea because I want to extend my life as far as I can. You know, I just, it's a thing with me. I love life too much. If you were to Freddie knows, if you were to hang out with me for a 24, 48 hour period, you would know how goof troop I am. I'm just always smiling, always happy. Sometimes I get really quiet. And if I'm really quiet, it just means I'm thinking about shit. But I don't try to take shit too seriously. And because I'm such a goofball, and because I fuck with people all the time, I piss off a lot of people. I piss off my girlfriend sometimes. I piss off my mom. I piss off my son because I'm goofy. And those rare times where I am serious, nobody takes me serious because it's like a boy who cried wolf situation. But, you know, Freddie knows. Me and Freddie must have laughed for 30 minutes straight over some fruit punch on a pizza in New York. I will never forget that for the rest of my life. It was painful. It was painful. And you know when you hear somebody laugh and their laugh is funny? Freddie's laugh is fucking hilarious. And then my laugh must be hilarious to Freddie. So we kept bouncing off of each other. It was like this kinetic energy. We could not stop laughing. It took us forever to fucking finish that pizza. And basically, we got this huge, I think it was pepperoni and cheese. And I had a fruit punch. And I don't know how I did it. I spilled the fruit punch on Freddie's pizza. And it became this source of hilarity. And we just could not stop laughing. Fruit punch pizza has been an inside joke with me and Freddie for years. All right? So we're done laughing, right? We go to the hotel. The day's over. We've been walking around New York Comic Con all day, and we're tired. We get in bed, and then we bring up the fruit punch pizza again. We laugh for another 10 to 15 minutes while we're in bed. It was fucking hilarious. yeah, like that meme where the guy laughs funny. It was some it was some New York pizza place. They got so many there. I couldn't tell you what name it is. But it's been an inside joke with us forever. So yeah, so cool things I'm going to see at CES. They're going to have actual humanoid robots now walking around. So I got some of that stuff. I might have a speaking engagement. So I'm waiting to hear back about that. Lots of, if you've ever like been interested in CS and you've watched it, like every couple years the theme changes. OLED TVs. Oh, it was 3D TVs. Then it was 3D everywhere you went. It was all 3D. Then it was OLED. And then it was Internet of Things, wearables, whatever. Now it's AI. Every email I get, almost every email I get, I don't care what the device is, there's something with AI in it. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. It is really crazy how much AI these people are putting in devices. I'm like, will you guys please stop? Like, my whole thing is if the world doesn't need it, don't put AI in it. Like, I really needed AI for my Gmail to make my appointments. It has cut my calendar management time in half. Okay? It is just, I get an email, AI, please add this to my calendar. Boom, done. Go to the next one. And then I go and I look at my calendar. It adds it perfectly. It adds the convention center, the floor, the booth number, the time, everything. It just pulls it out of the email and adds it. That's fucking awesome. Yes, I think LG, I think they're all going to have micro OLED TVs. I am definitely going to see these. I'm actually going to LG's event and Samsung's event. And they're like $30,000. Kind of like OLEDs when they first came out. I remember there was like a 17-inch, maybe a 25-inch OLED, the first OLED, one of the first OLEDs, and it was like $30,000. The cool thing about micro OLED is that when they come out and they hit consumers and you can buy them everywhere, regular OLEDs are going to rock bottom, and that'll be the time to pick up a regular OLED. What else? Sony is going to be demoing their Afeela, their Sony Honda car finally, so I'm going to be able to sit in it and probably get a ride around it and check out all the features. So I'll be filming all that. And there's just so much shit. Lots of robots, lots of AI, lots of health stuff. Apparently they have something that can scan your gums with an app and tell if you have bad gums or not. It's just crazy stuff out there. And then these people invite me every year, and I haven't gone. I haven't ever gone. And this year, I said, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to cover this. So there's this company called Motor Bunny. Have you ever heard of Motor Bunny? I'm going to read this to you. okay? And you tell me. I'm going to read you the description. My Tesla AI drive itself. I just put an address and it takes me there. It's so cool. No, fuck that. I'm not having... Freddie, you're crazy. I'm not having a fucking Tesla drive me anywhere. If I ever have access to a Tesla, the most I might do is have it unpark itself and drive in front of me. But I am not doing that fucking self-driving shit. I've seen the self-driving stuff that Rivian's doing is like 20 times better than what Tesla has right now. It's fucking amazing because they're using LiDAR. It's fucking amazing. They have it so you could throw your kids in the car and have it take them to school and come back to the house. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And they're marketing that. If you want, you could put your kids in the back seat and it'll drive them to school and come. I'm like, are you fucking serious? It does point to point navigation. It's up in the millions of, what did they say? I gotta look at my email. Rivian. Here it is. I'm gonna read some of this to you. I'm so excited. I gotta give you some of these numbers. They have this awesome. So they have this assistant in the car, right? You could talk to the car and have the car update your calendar, update your Google Calendar. You know. You can, it has its own like AI thing in there where you could like find restaurants within a 10-mile radius of me and it'll list the restaurants. Okay, send restaurant number 5 to Freddie, you know, and then take me to the restaurant. So they have they made their own CPU, right? There's just so much shit here. The autonomy computer can process 5 billion pixels per second. This is some Jagon shit here. Rivian's in-house neural net engine runs directly on the chip. And they call it a Gen 3 autonomy computer, right? Wait, there was something here where it compared like Tesla's several 100,000 to their several million. I gotta find it. When it comes to this fucking techno mumble jumbo, that I just can't capture it. So I can't. It's just so much. It's something in here. See if I can find it. This is important. Oh, here it is. Rivian Autonomy Platform. Rivian also detailed its software-first approach to autonomy powered by the Rivian Autonomy Platform, end-to-end data loop used for training. The company introduced its large driving model, a foundational autonomous model trained like a large language model, utilizing group relative policy optimization. The LDM will distill superior driving strategies from massive data sets into the vehicle. Software advancements are coming to the company's second generation R1 vehicles in the near term. This is 2026 they're talking. With the addition of universal hands-free, bringing hands-free assisted driving for extended periods to significantly more places. Here you go. Here's the numbers. You ready? Available on over 3.5 million miles of roads across the USA and Canada. Capable of operating off-highway on roads with clearly painted lines. Rivian announced its autonomy subscription, Autonomy Plus, with continuous expanding capabilities, launching in 2026, priced at $2,500 one time or $49.99 per month. These features have the potential to make the road safer, address customer demand, and become veritable drivers for the business. Rivian also detailed plans to continuously improve autonomy capabilities of its Gen 2 R1 and future R2 vehicles with a clear trajectory, including point-to-point, eyes off, and personal L4. So they rate the self-driving in levels. So these cars are going to be personal L4, which is the highest right now. It's fucking insane what these cars can do. And you know me, I love the technology. This is why I do what I do. But I don't think I want to get in a car and like it's imagine you go to fucking 1995 and you grab somebody and you bring them to this future and be like, hey, we got self-driving cars, man. Just like the Jetsons. So Fred said that shit don't even stop for people. My Tesla drives itself. Put an address. It takes me. It's so cool. You got to try it. But Freddie, when that shit blue screens, what are you gonna do? You know, Fred, I'm afraid of cars as it is. I don't trust a self-driving car. No, it's not. That shit don't even stop for people. Trust me. This shit is great. Tesla's way ahead, especially when it comes to self-drive. Wait till you see what Rivian's doing, Freddie. It's gonna blow your mind. The self-parking and the self-unparking and find me and pick me up, the valet type of shit, that's dope. I've seen it. Hey, what's up, Hayabusa? The guy I work with has a Tesla, and we were at work, and he's like, watch this. And he pulls out his phone, and he calls his Tesla. Tesla pulls out of whatever parking spot it was in and drives right up to us. I was like, holy shit. It's fucking amazing. Wasn't self-driving cars talked about even way before? Oh, yeah. Blue screen, that's just a way of me saying if the computer fucks up in the car, Freddie. Like those ones that have been self-driving and almost hit the median or just shut down in the middle of the road and cause accidents. Shit like that scares me. It's a novelty. But there's part of me that would love for a car, like late at night for a car to just drive me home and then I wake up and I'm in my driveway. That's fucking cool. But then there's another part of me that's like, no, Torrance. Yeah, no. You drive, motherfucker. You're willing and able. Your mind works. You have all your limbs. You fucking drive yourself. The Chinese cars are fucking destroying everything that's here in the United States of America. If I was a fucking millionaire, I would get one of those Chinese cars. Have you seen those Chinese cars, Freddie? Not only are they like super luxury, but they're all under like $50,000. They're fucking amazing. And they're just so more advanced than what we're putting. They're more advanced than the Tesla. They're more advanced than anything we're doing here. And that's exactly why the U.S. won't allow them here. I'm tired of this U.S. versus China shit. They just officially not only banned DJI, but they banned all foreign drones. All of them. If the drone's are already out and you own it, it's fine. But any new drones from any company, DJI and any foreign companies, will no longer get FCC licensing. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm so fucking pissed. You don't know how pissed I am. I'm glad I got 2 drones now. And the funny thing is, just yesterday, I'm like, Torrance, get yourself a Neo 2 on eBay. Do it right now. And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's pre-CES. I don't go frivolously spending before CES. And then today I get the news about DJI. I don't want to get into politics or anything, but we live in such a fucking corrupt country. It's not even funny. I mean, here's the weird thing. The reason why this whole DJI ban is because they're doing it for national security and the safety of America, whatever, all that stuff. But you can keep flying the ones that you already have. So if DJI is if they are stealing information, taking all the pictures of all the buildings and all that stuff, they're getting all that stuff from all these drones that are in existence, why wouldn't you ban the ones that are already available and already out there? Why are you only banning new shit? It doesn't make any fucking sense because it's like, how can I put it? I'm going to use a Gremlins analogy, okay? You got gremlins in your house, right? And you think, man, if those gremlins eat after midnight, or those mogwai eat after midnight, they're going to turn to gremlins and fucking wreck shit. Okay, we're banning mogwai. You can't bring any of the new mogwais in, but you can keep the ones that you have. It's so fucking stupid. And the funny thing is they can't even prove that these drones are stealing information. And as far as I'm concerned, Facebook steals information. Google steals information. They take all our information, do what the fuck they want with it. Microsoft does it. Every social media company does it. TikTok, everybody, fucking Instagram. They all have our information because we willfully gave it to them. If I go to any company, whether it's a U.S. company or a Chinese company, and I willfully give them my name and address and my birth date, I did that because I'm allowed to. I'm free to do that. So you can't sit here and say, oh, we're going to ban TikTok because they're stealing information, but it's okay for Facebook to have that information. And it's not even really stolen information. We give it to them. I'm pretty sure there's something in their terms of service about they'll share your information with other companies or whatever. That's why you get junk mail and shit. Whatever. I don't fucking give a shit. I don't. Give me the fucking tech. DJI makes the best fucking drones in the world. Period. On the planet. They're aliens that are like, man, whenever we get to Earth, we need to get some DJI drones. Them shits are badass. They're fucking bad. They make the best fucking drones. And the U.S. cannot compete with DJI. So instead of competing with them, they're just, let's ban them since we can't compete with them. A Skydio drone, I think their base model is like 18,000. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe it's 6,000. Nobody who's in film, photography, real estate photography, any of that shit is all of a sudden just going to start buying American drones. They're just not going to do it. Most people don't even know what the American drone companies are. They have no fucking idea. Skydio already has a bad name for itself because of bad issues they had with their drones that they had to fix through several software updates. But even if you wanted a Skydio drone, it's an arm and a fucking leg. You might as well buy a car. I don't understand this shit. It's fucking amazing. I am glad that I have 2 drones right now. Because if I didn't own a drone right now, I'd be fucking furious. Because right now, any drone that's already been released in the U.S. can still be sold. But now the prices are going to go up and everybody's going to go and buy everything off the shelves. You know, and I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Shit like that really makes me want to move out of this country. Just shit like that. As a guy who loves tech, I can no longer get stuff from DJI. And that's just not drones. It's cameras, microphones, all this shit. Because every single one of those things requires an FCC license for it to be sold and operated in this country. It's so fucking frustrating. I'm beside myself. But I'm like, you know what? I got 2 drones. I'll make it work. I'm going to continue working on my pilot's license, get that shit, and just use the shit that I already have. And I will never, ever, ever buy an American drone. I purposely don't want to buy an American drone right now because I'm pissed off about this. I need to get like dual citizenship or something. I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to hear all the people in the drone community talk about this. Of course they don't want us. Yeah, it's just, it's fucking, dude, I swear to God. Every day I wake up, it's Empire Strikes Back. Every day I'm like, when are we getting Return of the Jedi? When is it happening? When is it happening? Like every day I'm just like, and you know I don't like talking politics and shit, but now this politics is affecting my fun. You know, it's affecting tech, you know. And let me tell you, if you follow me on Facebook, I'm ranting and raving about that shit all day. All fucking day. In other good news, Jake Paul finally got his head knocked off his shoulders. I didn't watch it live, but I was glad to see it happen, so that made me feel good. Yeah. Oh, all these people making all this money. It's just like... and you're like, well, they deserve it because, you know, they hustled for it. It's like, yeah, you know, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they hustle for their money. I am not going to hate on that. They know how to hustle for that money, you know. How many people wanted to see him get his head knocked off? Everybody wanted to see it. So millions of dollars just because people want to see that shit. But I don't know. Yeah. What else? My addiction with Arc Raiders continues. That is the game that's taking up most of my time right now. I like playing it. I understand the PvP aspect of it and why it's there, but I prefer to run solo and not shoot anybody. You know, I'm trying to build myself up and turn myself into a super raider before I go out hunting rats, as they call it. But if you guys haven't started playing Arc Raiders, you should. It is. If anything, if you're thinking about getting it, like I've said before, like I said on the last show, best sound design ever in gaming, best proximity chat ever in gaming, hands down. Hands down. What else did I talk about? I think the last show I talked about Hip Hop Gamers' claims about Steam. I kind of played devil's advocate because there is a scenario where that could happen. Steam on the PlayStation 6. I just don't believe it. Because if I could find a reason for Sony to want to do that, like they could make money off of that, I could probably see it. But I don't even think Sony's going to go the Linux route with PlayStation 6. There's no money in it for them. So, but I would be surprised, you know. I haven't talked to Hip Hop about it yet, but I think I did. I mention. I may have mentioned it in the comments, but I need to talk to him about that because I thought I said, what happened to the fucking backward compatibility engine that you said was going to happen on the PlayStation 5? You know, which to me, Sony should have done something like that. But it never happened. I'm like, whoever I told him, I said, or I didn't tell him, but I said, whoever your source is that's telling you this shit is fucking with you. I'm like, they're fucking with you. Like, none of this makes sense. And plus, the PlayStation 6 right now is in deep development, which means nothing about the system other than the fact that it's coming out and it's called the PlayStation 6 is available for people. There's just none. Like, if information like that got out, that heads would roll. Heads would roll. It's too early in the development cycle to even know anything about that. No, MS has already gone full Sega. They're think about this. Microsoft already said that their next Xbox is going to be a hybrid PC. It's basically going to be what Steam has. Because it doesn't make sense for them to just have an Xbox that's really not tied into the PC ecosystem. So you make the next Xbox a hybrid like the Steam machine, and now you can run Steam on it. You can still continue all the cross play and cross save games on it. You have access to all the stores. It's tuned to be a gaming machine as well as a PC. It'll run Windows 11. It'll probably run a version of what they're running on the ROG, but even better, you know, with tons of memory and tons of resources and all that. And now it's a PC and it does all those cool things just like the Steam machine does. And they don't really have to worry about the Xbox console stuff anymore, except supporting their older ones. But they also need to make it so it'll run regular Xbox games. So a PC that also runs regular Xbox games. I think that's where they're going, and it makes sense. And I like what Microsoft is doing because all this console shit, it's nowadays it just doesn't make sense to me. It's just like, what's the point? You know, they got crossplay. Remember, I wanted crossplay. They finally got crossplay for everything. I asked for that, but there's still this. Like, I still heard musings about, Sony so outsold Microsoft for the holidays. I'm like, are you still talking about that? Are you people still talking about console sales? Are people still talking about that? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's see here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Logic wins. What's up?
I think Sony will have some type of cross-buy program. Buy a game on console and you get the PC version free. Nope, they're too greedy. The catch is that it'll only apply to digital console versions. Oh. But it'll also require you to log into PlayStation Plus or PSN. And you know what happened when they tried to push that on PC gamers before. But logic, that's logical what you just said. Digital version only. That would work because isn't that... But Microsoft needs to do that too because right now it's stupid because there's the Microsoft PC Xbox Store version and then there's the Steam version. They're not the same. And as far as I know, if you buy the Microsoft Xbox Store version, you can't just download it on Steam. And if you had it on Steam, I think if you had it on Steam and the Xbox Store, I think the cross save would work across those two platforms because it's still PC. But if you bought it on Steam, you can't get it for free on the Xbox Store, et cetera, vice versa. Freddie says, it doesn't make sense. We should pop any disc from... Yes, thank you. I'd still have my PS5. I'd still have my PS5 if I was able to do that. It is one of the only reasons why I have my Xbox is because I can play all those games going all the way back to the OG on disc. That's why I still have it. Plus, I like Game Pass. Console's too expensive now. I want all Sony and Nintendo and MS to put all their games on everything. Yep. If they put all their shit on PC, it would be a wrap. But you know they're not going to do that. MS is out. They are putting a PC-style hardware, but that's all. I don't see Nintendo putting their games anymore anywhere. Yep, they won't because because Nintendo knows they'll sell 100 million Switches or whatever, and that's enough for them. And that's cool. I like that. The Switch is so different from everything else. That doesn't really bother me. I don't give a shit because I don't buy Nintendo shit anymore anyway. So Steam Machine is cool, but I hope they release an install on your own PC ISO. You mean the operating system from the Steam Machine? Just put it on anything? I don't think they'll do that. Because then they would have to support all different kinds of hardware. They're going to lock it down. But I get what you're saying, though. Tor, so you think it will just be PC games on that Xbox? No, I don't think it'll just be PC games. It'll be PC games and it'll be Xbox games. They'll make it so you can emulate Xbox games. It'll be the everything machine. They have old releases. Don't think they have an updated one yet. Buy me. Honestly, cross-buy is a problem, but so is cross-play. GOG and Steam games can't play with each other. Oh, see, I didn't know that. What's the other store? Not GOG. There's another store where you could buy games, and they all end up being Steam games. What's that store? God damn it! I use it. I used to use it. Well, there's Humble Bundles, all Steam. Green Man Gaming, I think it is. I think it's Green Man Gaming. When you buy a game on Green Man Gaming, it's actually the Steam version. Or it's the version, like if it's a Ubisoft game, I think it's the Ubisoft launcher. But for the most part, it's all Steam stuff. Hey, Homer! I got too close here. Interesting. I wasn't aware of that. You guys just having your own conversation. You don't care about me anymore. You're just talking to each other. What else? I hope everybody here has a wonderful Christmas and you get lots of toys. What do you guys have? You mean, oh, you can add somebody? I didn't know that. Trees go to war. You guys are having a straight up conversation without me. Like, fuck Torrance. Hey guys, how you doing? He's talking about being able to take Steam OS on a custom PC and load it onto a custom PC instead of Windows. Because that's what the Steam machine is, basically. But apparently, from what they said on the launch, is you can run regular PC apps on it. Because it is a PC. But again, we'll know shortly. It's not going to be long before that thing comes out. I just want to get my hands on one of those controllers. and I guess the ROG. So Steam stopped. They stopped production on the LED Steam Deck, and the ROG dropped price. I'm still debating on what I'm going to get for a handheld. It's probably going to be the ROG, but I'm gonna sit around and wait and see what they have at CES, because I'm supposed to be going to the ROG thing too at CES. SteamOS will be released down the road, Valve. Oh, really? Interesting. So, is it safe to assume that SteamOS runs on a standard PC? Because what I remember is that Steam box, that Steam machine, is basically a standard PC. Basically. But it doesn't run Windows. It just runs SteamOS. So I'm sure there'll be requirements. Yeah, I was going to get Dying Light on GOG, but apparently it will not play with the Steam version. Interesting. Okay. All this is very interesting to me. Very interesting. What else is there? I think that about wraps it up. So, there will be no Warzone next week. Oh, wait, there might be a Warzone next week. Hold on. I doubt there'll be, because I'm on vacation 31st. So, I start my vacation on the 31st. And then I get back next year. So, there probably won't. But I tell you, there will be, as you know, when I'm at CES, there will be multiple uploads daily. I'm hoping my computer runs fast enough to handle all my edits. So that'll happen. And, yeah. That's about it. Anything else, guys, you want to talk about? Please check the membership. Subscribe and be a member. And you'll get access to all the cool stuff whenever I can think about whatever the cool stuff's going to be. Maybe I'll have a camera up close as my belly button jiggles, and that'll be a members only video and stuff like that. Yeah. Any questions before we go? Anything you want to ask me? Wishing Tor and everyone in the chat a Merry Christmas. I'll spend the holiday ranking up in BF6. You know, I got to get back in BF6. Fucking Arc Raiders has taken so much of my focus away because it's so dope. I haven't got back into Battlefield. So, yeah, I got to get back in Battlefield. Maybe I'll play after this. Maybe I'll play a couple rounds after this, just before I go to bed. Got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Got to get that money. Got to get paid like a motherfucker. All right, y'all. Is this the last Warzone of the year? Yep, I think so. But hold that thought. Hold that thought. It's probably the last one of the year, but I'm just going to keep it open, just in case. All right? But if it is the last one of the year, I'll see you next year, Ralph Unreal. It's Big T, 72 GMC. So when's the ice going to be on? I love how you two bicker at each other. I want to have ice on. I have at least 3 people that haven't been on yet that I want to have on. But I probably won't touch that until after I get back from CES. So it's very hard being a producer and the star of the show. So I will do that. Eric Mudd's the next one up, but I want to get Otaku Man on here. I want to get Ice. I want to get Hip Hop back. There's a bunch of people that haven't been on that I want to get back on, but it'll happen. It'll happen. I want to do some more streams too. Tor, you should pick one day where everyone is on together. Ice, Hip Hop. Dude, trying to get Hip Hop Gamer on a show. Dude, do you know how many times he was supposed to be on before he came on? I think there was 3 times he was supposed to be on before he came on. And he kept having other shit to do. The dude is busy. He's like Mr. Showbiz now. So, you know, let him do his thing. And whenever he has time, I can get him on. But it'll be a rarity, you know. So, but I do want to get him on, talk about this PlayStation Steam thing. I definitely want to talk about that with him because I just want to pick his brain. And it's like, I know he's going to be like, well, I can't tell you who told me, but I'm like, dude, Do you know when people hear this, they might buy a PlayStation 6 just because they think there's going to be a Steam machine. And if it doesn't have Steam capabilities, this surely you got to be pissed off at you. I'm just saying, whoever sent you this information, you need to check them. That's all. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming. Stick around. You might see me start a stream for Battlefield 6 in a minute. I really appreciate all you guys and our members. Okay. My one member, Gregory Romeo, my one member. So, yeah. There's that. And keep posting in the community section. Let me know what you want to see at CES. All right.